coming up for the Charge on Air.
Find out how UCF is celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month.
Next, our connections to the stars, a new look for the Citronauts and Space U.
And proposed changes to Florida state parks draw criticism.
In sports, student organizations have a new way to watch home football games.
All right, Knights, ready your shields? The Charge on Air starts right now. I'm Sarah Castillo.
And I'm Jeremy Bellande.
Today is Friday, September 20th, 2024, and we welcome you to the Charge on Air.
It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and the UCF Valencia campus hosts an event to celebrate. The event is named Celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with HIPS Kickoff, allowed students to learn about the history and traditions of Hispanic Heritage Month. The special event marks the beginning of a month dedicated to honoring and celebrating Hispanic culture. Students were also able to paint in honor of Hispanic legends. Lisa Cruz, Associate Director of UCF Connect, says this event is all about making connections to the community.
The biggest part and the biggest pillar is community, having a sense of community within the Valencia campus, and as they transition over to UCF, that's a big connection, so they're not isolated or they feel alone.
Bruce says that UCF Connect will be hosting more Hispanic Heritage Month events in the upcoming days. For more information, go to events.ucf.edu.
The new space jerseys are now available at the UCF bookstore. The new merchandise dropped Wednesday afternoon in preparation of the space game. Students were able to visit the bookstore at 3:21 p.m. as the new jerseys were revealed. The design features a Nike jersey with sleeves decorated with constellations and a Citronaut logo V-neck on the front. Nolan Crames purchased his jersey as soon as they were revealed in the bookstore. He says that merchandise like this boosts his morale for the upcoming football game.
I love getting to rep the same jersey that they're wearing on game day, so I kind of have like a collection of a bunch of UCF football jerseys. I'm so happy with how this one turned out. I love that they brought back a bunch of the old jersey stuff.
The UCF bookstore and also available to purchase online. Students can get their gear ahead of the UCF space game against Arizona on November 2nd.
From glamping lodges to pickleball courts, proposals for future developments at Florida state parks are raising concerns. The Great Outdoors Initiative, announced by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection, unveiled new plans to build new golf courses, lodge and glamping sites, pickleball courts, and more. Those plans impact 9 of our state parks across Florida. The DEP states its plans are meant to expand public access and recreation opportunities across the state. However, those opposed to the idea, like Declan Ridgway, the outreach coordinator for Knights for Wildlife Conservation, says they're concerned about the potential environmental impacts.
Is a big part of what makes Florida so great, and the more we intrude into that and take away, the less we have to offer, to the world, and our, fuzzy, furry little creatures don't have somewhere to live either, which would be really unfortunate to lose out on that.
Due to overwhelming backlash, Governor Ron DeSantis withdrew the proposal for the time being and says they are returning to the drawing board. If you would like to know more, summaries of those plans are posted on the Florida State Parks website.
Sunrail catered to Central Florida students to celebrate College Week. Between Monday, September 16th and later today, college students and faculty ride the train for free. All you have to do is show your train conductor a valid ID from campus from any Central Florida college. College students from FAMU, FSU, Stetson, UCF Downtown, and Valencia were welcome to hop aboard. UCF freshman Ty Cortez frequents the Lynx Central Station, and he hopes for future Sunrail discounts.
I use the Sunrail every day, and then every other day I come back, I go with it too. If they make this like every week, then there will be so many students who use it more and more, so yeah.
Sunrail says this initiative is meant to build up ridership and help people explore Central Florida at a convenient price. With 17 stations across over 61 miles of track, there are many opportunities for you to ride the Sunrail for free.
a UCF Rosen alum helped put together one of the biggest sporting events of the year. Jasmine Patterson graduated from UCS Rosen College in 2017. Now she works for a global leader in premium hospitality called On Location. As a senior manager for the Olympic and Paralympic Games, she says that her time in Paris was unforgettable. One of her favorite memories was the way the Games united the world over a love of sports. Patterson was a huge part of that unity, but not quite how you might expect.
Yeah, so my team focuses in particular on travel packages. So people who want to go to the games for anywhere from a night to as long as maybe 10 or more, we kind of plan out itineraries for them to be able to experience the best of the games, but also of the host city itself.
I also loved Paris's ability to intertwine the Olympic Games with historical landmarks around the country. She also encourages Rosen students to take advantage of the internships available for the bright future after graduation. You know, I think it's been a lot like shorter days recently. I wish summer wasn't ending so fast.
Jeremy, this is not Phineas and Ferb. Summer can't last forever.
You know, you're definitely right. But let's find out if the heat will last forever with our weather anchor, Andrew Montana.
Yeah, guys, so unfortunately, it is not yet time to pour yourself a steaming cup of hot chocolate. The only thing steaming around here is the weather itself. So maybe we will have 104 more days of summer vacation. But we do have to look out for something in the Caribbean right now, as according to the National Hurricane Center, there's an area of low pressure forming in the southern Gulf of Mexico, stretching into Cuba. It currently has a 40% chance of developing into a tropical depression within the next 7 days. And the graph here indicates the weather and what it's going to look like this time next week. If it does develop, we should be fine, as it'll be hitting the northwestern coast of Florida, where it will hopefully die off on next Monday, actually, in neighboring states like Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Andrew.
Coming up, a token to the Divine Nine is revealed on campus.
Plus, September is National Campus Safety Awareness Month. After the break, we'll see how the UCF is spreading the word. We'll have more on that after the break.
Bring it.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it!
Yeah. You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Nice.
September is National Campus Safety Awareness Month, a time dedicated to promoting safety and security on college campuses across the country. I joined a self-defense class right here on campus to give an insight as to what UCF is doing in light of this month.
We're saying, get back! We're saying, get back!
National Campus Safety Awareness Month serves as a reminder that the safety and well-being of students and faculty are paramount. UCF Student Body President Bryce Lister says while he hasn't had to defend himself in a dangerous situation on campus, one of the reasons he decided to take the class is because he's had some scary run-ins.
Also as well, just from my position, I talk to students a lot about the resources that UCF offers, and a lot of students maybe don't know about the resources and services that UCF, the police department, will provide, and one of them being a self-defense class. So I just thought that, I should be here in my own shoes as part of the training so that when I could talk to other students about it, I'm a little more knowledgeable on it.
According to the UCFPD Annual Security and Fire Safety Report, crimes on campus have gone down since last semester. However, that does not mean you shouldn't always be aware of your surroundings when walking around. Government data shows that crimes in college campuses rose back up to pre-pandemic levels around the U.S. in 2022. Get back! UCFPD Sergeant Matthew Scott is going to tell us why being prepared for potential threatful situations is important for our campus safety.
Campus Safety Month is very important. It should be Campus Safety Month every month, but this is a month where we highlight making sure students keep themselves safe. Lock your car doors. Make sure you take technology or any kind of important items out of your car. Don't leave things in plain sight. Lock your residences. Common sense things, but sometimes we forget.
Sergeant Scott reminds us that self-defense is 90% mindset, awareness, preparedness, and only 10% physical.
So it's incredibly important, see something, say something, and at the same time making sure that safety begins with your mindset. Your goal is to come home at the end of the day.
In Orlando, Sara Castillo, The Charge on Air. If you're looking for more information or resources on campus safety, you can check out UCF's Police Department's website at www.police.ucf.edu or call 407-823-5555.
Earlier today, the UCF National Pan-Hellenic Council revealed its new Greek pillars. The 9 monuments stand in front of Garage I to honor the 9 historical Black Greek organizations. This morning, the official ribbon cutting celebrated the legacy and culture of the council and its significance at UCF. Each column displays one of the 9 Black organizations with its own historical background. Dr. Daryl Gordon is the MC of the event and the president of the Black Faculty and Staff Association. He says that this was needed on UCF's campus to build a community and representation.
Oh, for me, I think the event went phenomenal. I think it was more than what we all could have expected it to be, to see the support, not just from, the local alumni chapters and the local community chapters of the MPAC, but to also see the other Greek organizations and Greek councils here at UCF come out and support. We have something permanent that we can point back to for each of the different organizations and represent the rich history that they bring to our campus community.
The plots are now open to the public, and the visitors can walk through and learn about each organization.
With World Homeless Day approaching in October, one club here at UCF is making an effort to assist those in need. The Biomedical Engineering Society hosted a pack-a-lunch event to feed Central Florida's unhoused community. Participants of the event joined in by making sandwiches that were donated by the Samaritan Resource Center. Kyle Coutre is the president of the BMES, and he says this event is more than just a great way for students to give back.
Yeah, so this year we're trying to do more outreach events for volunteering because we've been primarily focused on a bunch of engineers. We're trying to get more pre-meds into this, and we know that a lot of them need volunteering hours. So what we're doing is we have pack-a-lunch here.
Volunteers for this event ended up making a total of 80 sandwiches while having the time to socialize and bond.
A new study cafe is coming to the College of Nursing starting next year. The Martin Anderson Garcia Anderson Foundation gifted $250,000 to support the study cafe. The new study area will eventually be part of the Lake Nona campus. The hope is that the space will support students' access to studying and self-care. Mary Lou Soul, the Dean of UCF's College of Nursing, says the foundation has been a strong supporter of the program since the start.
We know at the College of Nursing that our community is growing, and that the healthcare needs are growing as well. So our goal is to educate more nurses, and this facility is going to allow us to educate more nurses, more teachers, more researchers for the future.
The 300 square foot cafe will join the collaboration concourse and include a kitchen, dining area, and comfortable seating. Students can see the cafe doors open in the fall of 2025.
If you're looking for the bigger picture, we'll be getting a look at our national forecast from our partners at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University.
Plus, we're keeping an eye on the Caribbean. There's more on that after the break.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. The moment I chose hope was when I couldn't look myself in the mirror anymore. I did not recognize myself. Absolutely. So I'm so proud because I did not think I was gonna make it. And now, you know, I get to call my mom and say I love her. I get to teach my son how to say, Mama, I love you. Yeah. So for me, hope in this moment, it is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
Judy.
You love pop culture?
Yes!
Is your screen time more than 12 hours?
Yes!
Do you make references that your friends don't understand?
Well, yes! The Night Pops is a club for you.
If that sounds fun to you, join us every Tuesday for weekly meetings. You won't regret it.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College, first round draft pick, on and off the field. We were taught to not show any signs of weakness. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. I thought that something was wrong with me. For 20 plus years was physical. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father, as a man, and as a husband. Put the importance on your mental health. I'm not scared to talk about it anymore. The first tool is therapy. The second one is positive self-talk. And then journaling, putting your thoughts on paper. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Now let's hear from our partners at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University for a look at the national forecast.
Good afternoon, I'm Bailey Braun, and all across our national radar we can see that there's lots of colors, which means lots of weather activity. So let's jump right into it. Over here in the northeast, over here with Maine and New York, we see that this low pressure system hovering over the Atlantic is causing lots of moisture, which brings in lots of storms into these areas that I just mentioned. So if you are in those areas, be sure to bring an umbrella with you anywhere you go because you could get rained on, but it will clear out as the weekend progresses. But over here in the southern plains, there's this band of moisture stretching across from New Mexico all the way into Kansas, and that's from this stationary front right over here. Now, as this low pressure system moves through, there is an increase in severity of these thunderstorms, so do be on the lookout if you live in any of these regions right here because there could be potential for tornadoes and hail as well. But just south of there in Texas, we do have this high pressure system which is bringing in record highs for Texas, but back to the East Coast, UCF has you covered for more.
Thank you, Bailey.
Now let's take a look at our local temperatures. Our current temperatures look like 85 degrees in Gainesville, 84 degrees in Palm Coast, 86 degrees, 87 degrees, and 87 degrees throughout Central Florida. Out in Tampa, we're looking at 87 degrees, and out on the East Coast, we've got 86 degrees for Melbourne. Now let's take a quick look at our 5-day forecast as we've got a lot to talk about. Our temperatures are currently looking like Lakers basketball, the way they're peaking in the 80s, but throughout the week, throughout the next 5 days at least, we've got 88 degrees with the exception of Saturday, that's tomorrow, where we're looking at 87 degrees. As for our lows, we've got 73 degrees throughout the weekend, 72 degrees throughout Monday and Tuesday, then 74 degrees on Wednesday. As for our precipitation, there's not much to worry about because we're not looking at anything over 25% chance of rain throughout the next 5 days, with the exception of Sunday where we're looking at 40%. Now, if we take a quick look at Cocoa Beach, we can see some very beautiful skies, very clear waters, and as you can see, the waves aren't too strong. That means there's not much wind going on, so like I mentioned before, on the west coast of Florida next week, we might have some storms to look out for. On the east coast, it's looking beautiful, so make sure you take advantage of that drive east, take advantage of this beautiful weather, and enjoy the beach while you can. Anyway, that's all the time we have right now to talk about the weather. Back to Sada and Jeremy at the desk.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Coming up, one UCS soccer player gets a nod from the Big 12.
Plus, Knights volleyball takes on the University of Nevada. We'll have more for you after the break.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains.
There's no sparks.
But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
How crazy it is at UCF right now.
All right, huddle up Knights. We're about to get into our UCF sports update for the week. Today we'll be kicking it off with Big 12 soccer, run clubs, and UCS volleyball's home opener. We have more you won't want to miss. I'm Jovanni St. Surin, where we tackle the most recent news in UCF athletics. This week, senior defender Taylor Jacobson received the Big 12 Co-Defensive Player of the Week award. It's her first Big 12 accolade, but the second defensive award given to a Knight this season. Jacobson played a major role in the Knights' win where they beat Houston 5-0. During the match, the senior scored her first collegiate goal in the 22nd minute. The Knights play their next home game against Arizona State on Sunday at noon. September is Suicide Prevention Month. Organizations like the Night Runners and the Lambda Omega chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated collaborated and hosted a run to bring awareness. The Charge on Air reporter Danielle Strong talks with those in attendance about the importance of mental and physical wellness.
Life balance can be extremely difficult, from trying to focus on academics while trying to sustain personal wellness and social life. According to the Florida Department of Health, with the most recent data, over 3,400 suicides occur each year, and Orange County saw the highest number with 154. Christian Jones is a part of the Lambda Omega chapter and is a chair for this event. Jones talks about raising awareness through the Run Club, as this is their first collaboration with Night Runners.
Made me want to do this event today is really to raise awareness for Suicide Prevention Month. A lot of people just don't get out of bed or, have trouble being active or doing any sort of daily task that, us that are more fortunate might be able to do. So we really wanted to raise awareness while also getting active, getting a good workout, and bonding with people we've never met before.
According to the University of Michigan Psychological Services, suicide is the #2 leading cause of death for students. An estimated 1,100 suicides occur on college campuses each year. Night Runners Social Chair Lauren Vasello explains what Night Runners stands for, as well as how running can help ease the pressure of navigating school life for students.
Suicide prevention and everything, this whole month is definitely really important for mental health, especially in college, because we're all dealing with stress and everything, and our club definitely helps to prevent stress because you're just releasing your emotions, you're just running with friends, so that's what our club stands for.
To commemorate this month, students completed a 3.5-mile run across the Gemini Loop on campus. In Orlando, I'm Danielle Strong, The Charge on Air.
Who are struggling with their mental health can reach out to UCF Counseling and Psychological Services at 407-823-2811. After spending 3 weeks on the road at the start of their season, UCF Volleyball has its first home game in the Big 12 against the University of Nevada at the venue. The Knights fought hard after falling in the third set. That led them to go head-to-head in the fourth set. The Knights won 3-1 in the match, with the score ending in the fourth set 25-20. The score was identical compared to the last time the Knights took on the Wolfpack in a home game, which was back in 1990. Senior outside hitter Emily Wilson led the team with 21 kills and talks about bringing high energy on and off the court.
I just took the opportunity that I got and ran with it. I knew that this was going to be a pretty good game and stuff, and so I just wanted to leave it all on the floor, and we all talked about it as well. As a team, we just wanted to leave it all out there, and even in the third set, we were saying, we can't be giving them easy balls right now, let's just swing. And we did a really good job of scouting as well, and using that to score on them. So as a team, I feel like we did a really good job at that.
UCF Volleyball will have a doubleheader this weekend at the venue as they face off against the University of Nevada again tonight and the University of Maryland on Sunday. That's all we have for sports today. Tossing it back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Jovanni.
That's all the time we have for you right now. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, you can always keep up with us during the week on our website, thechargenews.com.
Thanks for watching and have a good day.